What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch. Mystic Watch. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at Ludociel. You know why? Because my homie Nagato just made a video on Ludociel yesterday, showing off his... What is this? All I know is I'm taking his title. Whatever it is. Nagato Grand Cross. We're literally looking it up right now. What do you got for me, Nagato? Yeah, he said, my greatest investment in Grand Cross. Ludociel, the goddess of all goddesses. Well, guess what? My greatest investment in Grand Cross. +1, you idiot. Because my Ludociel is better. My Ludociel is better. So, we're making our video today. Please don't hurt me. This is going to be Ludociel video showing off how cracked this unit is. And this unit on release, like, I knew he was gonna be good. If you guys don't know what Ludociel does, he is just like the Fraudrin, or I shouldn't say that, he is a similar unit to Fraudrin that came out with Lost Vein Meliodas. So that Fraudrin says if you have more CC than your opponent cannot gain, it's like it locks out their ultimate gauge for 2 turns, which is a great effect. But that Fraudrin is horrible without it, right? Like, if that passive does not go off, that Fraudrin is the most useless unit on the field, guaranteed. And Ludociel is similar to that, but not to that extent. I'd say Ludociel has an on par, or if not better passive than Fraudrin, which is if you have more CC than your opponent, you do 40%, or I should say their defense related stats are reduced by 40%. That includes their defense, their resistance, their crit defense, and their crit resistance. So what does that mean? That means they're getting hit harder, you have a higher chance of critting, and when you do crit, the crits are hitting harder. So all of that paired together just makes it so that Ludociel, in a theory, without even doing anything, without using a single move, just does so much extra damage, right? He is such a good support unit, and on top of that, he hits hard. You run him HP defense, any unit in this game that says having more CC than your opponent needs to be run HP defense set, because all that matters is getting that passive to proc on units. I got 15% here. I have 14.7, 14.7, 0.8, and 0.5. So there is still room for improvement. I don't believe I can hit 55k CC, but I can get pretty close. Now, if you take a look at his cosmetics, I have every single purchasable cosmetic, I think, maxed out with a missing headpiece. Once Ludo gets his final headpiece, he will be breaking 55k CC and pushing a little bit towards 56k CC. So it does make a big difference, each and every piece that you get. With that final headpiece, Ludo will be one of the highest CC units in the entire game, assuming you have everything perfect. As of right now, the only units that actually do out CC him, I think, are assuming everything is perfect, right? You have 15% gear, you have max cosmetics across the board. The only way to out CC Ludo is with an Escanor, a Festival King, a Red Fat, or like a Fat King, or Elizabeth, I believe. I don't think, maybe even Zeldris, I don't think anyone else can compete with Ludo's CC. Whereas Fraudrin actually does lose in CC to a good amount of more units, because he just has worse CC than Ludo. We're going to be taking the same team that Nagato did on his video with the Zeldris Gother, sorry, Maple Story, now's not the time. With the Zeldris Gother Death Pierce combo on top of Ludo. So the Ludo Death Pierce combo is super big, and it enables crits very easily. Ooh, good team. And it's a relatively high CC. But you can see here that I out CC everyone. That is why we have to run CC food for Ludo. If you're not running CC food, there's a high chance that you will simply get out CC'd by someone who is running it. So who do we go after? I think we kill his Ludo's. Look how his Ludo's buffs are not active on any one of my units. We'll actually show off Ludo's attack here. 100k on a gold, HP defense. If that crit, he was dead. But Ludo's crit chance is not that high. It's only like 20% or something like that. The Gother does help a little bit, adding 7% extra crit chance every single turn, along with the other stats, the other attack-related stats. Let's see if he goes for the Tarmiel shield here. But like I want to point out that you can see the Ludociel passive on these 3 units, but you don't see it on mine because my units simply out CC his Ludociel across the board. He didn't put up any buffs, so we'll do this. Ah, no crit. The crit there. Why didn't you crit before, man? This might kill. Yep. Gother's on attack defense set, so he's critting. Now keep in mind that my Zeldris is on an HP defense set because I only have 1 set built for him for Red Zeldris, and it is a perfect set. It is 15% across the board, and I thought it'd be it's more than enough to just run Zeldris like this, even though this is blue Zeldris. You'll see I was doing some matches before, and it does work just fine. One thing to note is that the back unit never gets affected by Ludo. It's just the first 3 units. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. We didn't get any Zeldris cards, but we'll show off some Ludo damage here. 73k, 52k on a bronze, and just like that. Chances are you're never gonna really crit with Ludo. If it does happen, you just see big numbers. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I have not seen RNG like that on card combines before. Is that with the stun? Or is that the level 2 that stuns? Okay. So what is my crit chance now? I think we're at 3 stacks of Gother, right? 4 stacks of Gother, which means my Ludo should be at almost 50% chance to crit. Let's see if we can get this to pop off. Now, we're going to go after the Athena, because the Gother has such high crit res. Oh, I wanted to see it happen. Athena should die here. One team that Ludo does extremely well against are teams with buffs, and specifically a Goddess Elizabeth team. Any unit or any team that runs Goddess Elizabeth and relies on that Elizabeth shield gets really punished by Ludo. I wouldn't say punished. It's just Ludo does really well into it, and the reason for that is that Goddess Elizabeth's shield, and I hope I end up fighting one. But let's head into the next match first, and we'll continue our little chat. Okay? Okay. So, with that Goddess Elizabeth shield, let's see. Are we going to fight one now? So much easier to just show it off. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's hope they use a shield here. I feel bad. I'm trying to verse. Like, I'm staying in champion and not going into challenger on purpose so that we can actually verse these units. But we are going to simply do this. And I want to get that other Ludo card up a little bit just to show off. Perfect. We procced the Goddess Elizabeth passive. Let's see if she uses a barrier here. Now, the reason why I care so much about Goddess Elizabeth's barrier is it's different than like a Merlin shield or a traditional shield because it stops extra damaging effects such as weak point or pierce. None of those go off except for rupture, which is 2 times damage against buff targets. When that Elizabeth uses that shield, just a bronze card tends to break it. So perfect, right? This is most likely not a bot, just because they normally go for a stun on Elizabeth. I don't think we can see the barrier strength. No, you can't see the barrier strength, but you saw that it's a level 3, right? And this is a level 2 rupture card, and just watch it pop off. It just breaks the whole that was a level 3 shield from an Elizabeth, and it's gone. That shield normally lasts 2 turns, and it's very, very difficult to break it. I should have used a different move first to show you how strong that shield actually is. But chances are you don't ever break that shield. That level 3 shield does not get broken. What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna go for a stun? The one thing that I never mentioned at all is that Ludo is the first unit to get a grace. Oh, maybe it is a bot. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. I honestly can't tell. So we'll give you an example, right? You also can't crit. You are physically incapable of critting. So let's show you with the Zeldris move to show you how much damage it actually does. And we'll go for a Zeldris crit after on whoever. So look at this. 40k damage versus 135k right there. So you see there's a massive difference in the damage done. So that Ludo is super, super good into the meta of Goddess Ellie. The issue is Ludo is a pay-to-win unit. Ludo does not function. The moment Ludo's passive is not working on an enemy, he loses so much value on the team. He needs to be hitting across the board on all 3 units, which means you need him 6/6, you need him super awakened when that comes out, and then on top of that, you need UR gear at 15%, you need his cosmetics maxed out as well. So it's so many things you gotta do to make sure he functions. And unfortunately, that makes it so that he's not worth it for free-to-play units, but he's an amazing unit for whales. Oh my goodness, Gother. Disgusting. Let's talk about Ludo's Grace there. You saw it on the 2 turns ago, where he had those horizontal lines going across him, and I wasn't able to get stunned. That is Ludo's Grace. It's essentially a second passive that says I'm immune to stuns, petrifies, or freezes. Oh, that's a 2-turn stun. That doesn't do anything. Check this out, right? I forgot about this. We can do... Whoop, no longer stunned. Break that. And we should be at a high enough 122% crit chance that this should probably wipe him at this point, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's do another match or 2 and we'll end it off there. Okay, let's see who we're going up against now. Eyes. This is a team you'll see a lot right after Goddess Elizabeth drops. It's still a popular team. It is a good team, but it's not that good against this team. So we're going to start with this. Okay, perfect. I wanted to do it in that order first, in case my Zeldris killed the Elizabeth passive revives at the health you were at before you died. So if I managed to one-shot her, she would have rezzed at full health, which is something that I don't want. Now we can do this. Do I want to let the Elizabeth passive... I don't care if I rank up the... what do you call them? Oh my goodness, hello? Oh no, no, no. This should not be allowed. This is HP defense Zeldris, everyone. No crit damage on the rolls, no crit chance on the rolls. This is just pure HP defense with standard substats. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna be cheeky, see if we can get a Ludo crit. But other than that, we'll go for Zeldris. No Ludo crit, but still, it's crazy. 62k off of a bronze single target with an HP defense set. Like, look at that. Like, that was Zeldris. Well, to be fair, that was type advantage, so I can't compare those. You idiot. You're just giving me more damage. You fool. Okay, and I don't know if I'm at two stacks. Okay, let's go to 3 and just finish off the match there with the Zeldris. 145k type disadvantage on a silver. Let's go to the next match. What do we got next? What do we got next? Please give me a human this time. That could have been a human. We don't know. But it didn't seem too much like a bot. But what are you gonna do? Like, what do you do against these teams? Nice. Another Elizabeth combo. Ludo's passive proccing on all of them. And the one thing I didn't mention is the Grace, where the Grace works as a second passive. And it applies to Ludo, but the cool thing about the Grace is it's kind of like a commandment. Oh, he is a lot more tanky. You are tanky. Okay. Okay, that's fine. The Grace works as a second passive. It's kind of like a commandment, but the commandments aren't necessarily a positive. They're just like another. They're almost like a PvP rule or restriction. Right? They don't always make it better. The Grace is literally a second passive, right? It's just pure benefit. You're not gonna kill my Gother. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, man? Why did your cards have to combine? Let's hope I kill. That's why we did 2 AoEs, get the Elizabeth proc, and... No! Why? But he did use the Meliodas cards last turn, so I don't have too much to worry about. That's so close. If I was crit attack, crit damage, I would have killed. Or even attack defense. That's fine. I do lose the passive stacking though, which does lower my damage output. Perfect opportunity to show this off once again. And we go 1, 2, 3. This will probably kill the Elizabeth too, to be honest. He did it. Surprising. I hope this doesn't go after the Elizabeth. Oh, that's fine. Okay. But you see that there's no chance I can crit, so you have to hope that the base damage kills. What do we got? Who does he have in the back, Merlin? It's still not over, right? He's without my own Gother, it makes critting a lot harder, and it means pretty hard to kill. Like, he has the type advantage out of the two of us, right? He has double green into my double blue and green, and it's not like this Death Pierce is gonna do a single thing. I'm at 3 stacks, which means I think I just spam Zeldris cards and hope. So we're trying to just cycle through our hand and get as many Zeldris cards as possible. Good job, Death Pierce. Okay, perfect, perfect. No. No rupture. The Ludo's fine. If the Ludo dies at this point, I don't really care. But this is we're in a tough spot here. Yeah, that's a super strong Merlin barrier. Now, there's a chance here that he doesn't kill me, but if he crits, I 100% die. I think he has to not crit here. That Gother is fully stacked, so. He didn't crit. Oh, but this is gonna kill. And there goes my chances of winning. Ah, sad. So what happened there? My Gother dying. Well, it was not being able to kill that Lost Vein really screwed me over. It's so unfortunate, but you know, sometimes these happen. We are purposely not combining these cards for a reason. So what's going to happen here is I'm banking on a 25% chance. Oh no, he reduced my ultimate gauge. Okay. But I was hoping it wouldn't have worked either way. Oh, I'm never going to be able to ult with this group. Yep, that's fine. It is fine. We lost because we got a little bit unlucky, but you get the point. Definitely unfortunate. But either way, you saw the damage. You saw how crazy it is, and if you haven't seen Ludo on my other teams where I showcase him with voice crack, where I showcase him with King Hendy, or let me see if I have him on this team over here, where I'll use Ludo on this team, but instead of Green Gother, like I'll swap out Ludo for Green Gother. And that's a team that I use pretty often. I use Ludo with my Slater team. If you guys haven't checked my 2 Slater videos, I use him there, and he's just such a good fit where with whenever you want to do more damage, Ludo fits in. And it's nice and easy. So that's going to be it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm a little bit upset at that last match, but we'll see you all next time. Peace out.